This conference will now be recorded.
Yeah, so what are the things we covered? We have covered the basic things, and we have covered, or different kinds of data type also, where we can store some numbers. And we have discussed also about the hierarchy of the data type. And I told you, when you add one data type with, another one, say double with long, the output will always be double, because double is in the higher position than the long. The same way, if you add, byte with long, output will be long. Integer with, string, output will be string. Okay. So, byte with integer, output will be an integer. Okay. Those are the things, we saw. So, any questions I have covered? Are you able to run your programs? Any doubt in running programs? Is it fine?
Yes, Abhishek, no doubts.
Okay. So now let's talk about, some more data type today. Now, so these are the data type where you can store only integer. You cannot store anything else apart from integer. And you can see these are the, always starts with capital letter. So Java is very case sensitive. You have to, follow that rule, capital small letter. So you can see these are in different color, means those are the reserved keyword in Java. Okay. So those keywords, I mean those data type, you should start with a small letter, and you can see you can store only numbers here, like in the byte or integer. And I also told you can't store any floating value here, so you'll get an error message. Okay, if you want to use the floating value, you have to use double. Okay, so in the double you can use, but integer and long you cannot use. Okay, so and also the thing is you cannot store anything else apart from number. I can't store it, I am getting an error message. Okay, I can't store some value, I'll get an error message here. Okay, here it is not showing, I'll tell you. But the main thing is those keywords are mainly used for store any data, any numeric values here. Now apart from numeric values also, we need to store something else also, some of the data type also. So let's see, let me create one more class. The basic thing, as I told you, you select this public static void main. Why you need to select that, I will talk about it later. Okay, you select this public static void main. Now there is one more data type called character. You have to write char in small letter. Okay, and write any variable, say x equal to. Okay, if I write in a double quote, you will get an error. You can't write character in a double quote. You have to write in a single quote. See. Okay, you can write character in a single quote. So whatever the character you can see in your keyboard, everything will comes under this. A, capital A and capital A is different. Then T, then K. Okay, then maybe this character. Okay, this is also a character. This is also a character. So everything is a character in your keyboard. You can add anything. Character y equal to. Okay, I can write say A. So when you declare anything as a character, you have to put it in a single quote. And the thing is, you can put only single character. If I put multiple character, I'll get an error message. Okay, so you can put only one character. Okay. Now, say what I am trying to do. I am trying to add the values. Say character z equal to x plus y. So I'm getting an error message here. Okay. So see, I'm getting an error message here because I can't add two character inside a character. What it is saying? See, let's see what it is saying. It's saying type mismatch, cannot convert from integer to character. So he is basically saying that when you add two character, it's an integer. He is not able to convert it. Okay, he cannot convert it into a character. So basically he is saying it should be an integer. Now why it is an integer if I add two character? What will be the output? If I print z and run it, see the output is 106. What is happening here? What's happening here? Why it is saying, it's a character. I mean, when you add two characters, it's a string and its output is giving 106. So what is happening basically, whenever you are adding two character, you cannot concatenate two character. Basically, when you are adding two character, you are taking the ASCII value of each and everything. It's actually taking the ASCII value and adding it. So what is the ASCII value? If you want to see, you can see like ASCII values in Java, for example. What I added it capital A and this bracket. What is this bracket? This is the bracket. The ASCII value is no, this is not the ASCII value. Here. Yeah. So this bracket. What is A? If you search for A is 41. Sorry, 65A decimal values. Can you see? See, if you take small a, the value is 97. Capital A, see the value is 65. Okay. So here the value of A is basically 65. Now value of this is the one. Can you see? The value of this the one is 41. So this is 41. So 41 plus 65 is 106. Okay. So that is the reason, when we run it, we are getting output as 106. Now see, if I add A with small a plus capital A. Now what is the ASCII value of small a? So this is the small a. Okay, the value in decimal is 97 basically. The value of small a is 97. When I add it 97 with 65, the output will be 162. The output is 162. Okay, so basically that is the difference when you add two character or when you add the other data type. When you add the character it will actually take the ASCII value and decimal ASCII values and it will convert that value into an ASCII value and it is going to add. That is the reason when you add two values, he is asking you to output type is an integer. You store it in an integer. Okay, that's what you have to do. You can, instead of writing z, you can write, x plus y also here. When you run it, you will get 162. Okay. So yeah, so you can use anything. You can write, you can add it and store it inside an integer. Then you can put, or you can write x plus y. That also you can. So be careful when you are playing with character. Okay. So you might be expecting something a or small a capital A, but output actually is some integer value. You might not be able to play with it. So this is one of the data type called character. The next one is Boolean. Boolean b equal to, you can either declare true or you can declare false, anyone. See, if I write capital F, I am getting an error message. This is not a Boolean value. It should start with a small letter f. It should start with a small letter f. Okay. If I write a small letter f, you can see it's a different value. Okay. So Boolean value will be either true or false. If you write true also, it should start with a small letter. It should not start with a capital letter. Okay. It should start with a 1 second. Yeah. So this Boolean, it's a true or the false. You can declare only here. Okay. So if you write B, and output will be true and false. So these are the different data types here. Now the last one, which is very important, that is called string. String s equals to. You have to write everything in a double quote. That is, you can say, all the data type, if you add any data type with string, it will become a string. That is in the topmost position. Here you can write a single character, or you can write a word, or you can write, any sentence, you can write anything. Okay, any, special character, everything. So inside the double quote, you can write anything, whatever you want, inside the string. Everything will consider as a string. If you write even, some, character or, number also inside a string, it will become a string. Okay, this 20 is not a number now. If you add anything with 20, you will not get. If you add 10 with 20, you will not get, If I add s plus 10, output will be 13. Output will be 2010. Can you see? Because 20 is a string and s is an integer. And you saw in the first class when I add one with string with one integer, it's just concatenating, right? A plus 20 is a20. So same thing happening. 20 is a string and you are adding 10 with this. So you are just concatenating. Okay, clear till now?
Yes, Abhishek, it's clear.
Now, string is a very important data type. Okay, tell me one more thing. Can you see character, integer, boolean, all these are in different color, true. And same way here also byte, integer, long. So these are in reserved keyword in Java. Means those keywords are reserved in Java. That means whatever the meaning they are holding, you can use it only for that. You can't use it for any other one. Okay. So that is the reason those are in different color. But go back. If I see here, can you see string is not in different color? And it's starting with also capital S. So why it is like this? Is it not a data type? If I start with small s, see I'll get an error. There is nothing called string with small s. You have to start with capital S. So what is happening? What is the problem here? Actually, the string is not a data type. The string is an inbuilt class in Java. Okay, the string is an inbuilt class in Java. So whenever, class is nothing but like we are creating the class basic 4, basic 3, basic 1, basic 2. We have created all this class, right? So string is also similarly a class in Java. Whenever you are using this class, in that class they have different method. Okay, so if I am saying string is a class, then it should be there somewhere inside the jar files, right? I told you everything, system out, string, everything whatever we are using, it should be there somewhere inside those jars. If it is not there, you can't use it. So string should be there somewhere inside those jars, right? If string is a class, so how to figure it out whether it's a class or not, or where it is present? If you remember, I told you in the project explorer there is an arrow two-way link with editor. Okay, you have to click that arrow. So I have clicked that arrow. Now if you press Ctrl key and move your cursor, can you see everything turns into an link? So let me move it to the string and just click. If I click, can you see it's highlighting? String.class. So if I expand it, see there are a lot of method inside string. Lot of method. See, I think more than 100 methods. Trim, to upper, to string, to lower, to array, and other things, split, replace all. Lot of methods are there inside the string class. So string is not a data type. Remember, it's a class in Java. They have created the class in such a way so that you can use it as a data type. Where it is present, if I go up, see, it is present under java.language package. And java.language package is present under C. There are a lot of packages. rt.jar file. Okay, like this, there are a lot of jar file. Inside each and every jar file, there are a lot of package. Inside the package, there are a lot of class. Interface is also there. We will talk about interface. Inside that, class, there are a lot of methods. So you can think about it, how big this language is. They are so strong, they have API for each and everything. And that's the reason, Java is very popular nowadays. They have a method for each and every operation you wanted to perform. Okay. So that is the case. Okay. So string is a class here. It's not a data type, but we can use it as a data type, and we can store anything inside a double quote. Now, string will be a very important thing. You have to play around a lot with the string. So let's see some of the functionality. Like s1 equal to, I'm writing I am learning Java. S2 equal to learning Java. Now I want to verify whether string s1 and s2 is same or not. So what you can write under system.out.println, and you can write s1 dot equals s2. I am telling just check s1 equals to s2 or not. If I run it, it's false. It's not true. Why it is false? What is happening? S1 is not equals S2. So if you see, S1 equals S2, but the thing is, there is a mismatch in small and capital letter. Java in S2 is in small letter. That is the reason it's saying false. If you write Java in the capital letter, and run it. Now it will say true. Okay. Yeah. Anything, Riddhi, you wanted to ask?
Yeah, that S1 dot equals S2. Can we use that is equals to operator over here?
No, here there is a small difference. We'll talk about it later. Equals and
Okay.
equals. Okay.
Okay.
So here, if I write, capital, then now I am getting true. But for example, you want to verify some error message. You logged in with wrong user ID password, purposely you are doing it, and you want to see whether you are getting the error message or not. That is, your user ID is wrong or login is wrong. In such cases, what you are going to do, you have to write S1. So in that case, maybe you are not bothered about capital small. You need the error message properly. So S1 dot, you can write, there is something called equals ignore case. Okay, S1 dot equals ignore case S2. In this case, it is not going to check the case sensitivity. It will check only the string. If I write, see, I am getting true here. So I am saying that you don't consider, the capital or small letter. Just compare the string, whether it's true or not. So in the second case, I am getting true. Okay. So this is the case here. Now, there are a lot of operations you can do. You can write, for example, S1 dot length. It will give you the length of the string. If I run it, it's giving me 18. 18 means it will count from here. 1, it will count the space also. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. The total length is 18. That's why it's giving me 18. S1 dot, there is something called index of. Index always starts from 0. See, I am giving 0 here and running it. It's printing -1. Okay. So here it's, sorry, index of, oh no, here it starts with 1, sorry, in the array. Index of, why it is giving -1 suddenly? Oh, sorry, there is no keyword 1. Sorry. You have to, this is I am considering it 1. So index of, you can identify the index of character, particular character inside a string. So I'm giving 1, actually there is no character called 1 in the string. So in case, say, if I put 1 here, 1 learning, and okay, you have to give it in a double quote, forget about it. So in case I give, I here and run it, it's showing 0 because index always starts from 0. The index of I is 0. If I start index of, say, L, I am giving this L and learning it and running it. I'm getting 5. So index of L is 5. Why? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So the next one is L. Okay. So here it is in the 6th position basically. Okay, it will consider this also. So index of, whenever you are writing, it is giving on which position it is. Okay. So here index of L is giving me 5. Now I want to print s1 dot index of a. If I run it, I am getting 2. So 0, 1 and a is in the second position. Okay. Now I need to verify the index of the next day. How can I verify? So you can write comma 3. If I run it, say I'm getting 7. So what it is doing, when you write index of a comma 3, that means I am saying you identify the index of a starting from third, that is the fourth character. So it will start from m and it will try, and then it will identify next day, that is it is identifying this one. Okay, so when you write index of some character, it will start from the beginning. But if you write index of some character comma some number, so it will look from that position. From the third position it will try to identify, and it will say, and it will try to identify where the next day is. So it will count from m and it will check where the next day is. The next day is here, so it's giving me 7. Okay, or you can write something like this also. Index of a, and you can say index of a plus 1. Why plus 1? Because this will give you the first index of a, right? This a. So you want to start from m, you have to search from m and you have to identify the index of the next day. So if you run, it's giving you 7. Okay. If you don't give plus 1 and run it, it's giving you 2, because it's starting from here only. So it is finding the a here only, second position. So I need to start from m. So that is the reason I gave plus 1. Okay, here. So this is the way you can get the length of a string, you can get the index of a string, index of any character from a string. But first two will be very important, we will be using a lot in our program. First two things. Okay. Now next is, you can trim this if you want. Okay, forget about it. You can actually basically replace the that space also if you want. Like I am writing string. Okay, just write something else. String, forget about string. Date d equals to new date. I am printing d. So that is also important function in Java. So you will see the use of it. You import it from Java util package. If you run it, it's giving you today's time and date. Friday, July 13th, 8/5, IST 2018. Now I want to generate some file. Later you will see I want to create some file with this date time format. Okay, we'll do it in the framework. Later you will see. But when I create a file name with the date time, with the date time appending with date time, in the file name you can't give space, right? You have to remove the space. So what to do? String x equal to, you can write d dot string dot replace all. You can replace this with say underscore. I am replacing this with underscore. If I run it, see, can you see all the space replaced by underscore? Also, you can't use colon also in the file name. Okay, you can't use colon also in the file name. That also you need to replace. So what you can do, you can replace all colon also. Here only you can do dot replace all this. So replacing space with underscore and you are replacing colon with underscore. In the same line you can do it. If you run, you are getting C. Same data format, only thing is space is replaced by underscore, colon is replaced by underscore. That is one more feature, in the string you can replace all, and you saw it, right? There are a lot of methods, hundreds of methods. So you can play around with it easily. Okay, clear? You can play around with all these things in the string. Now, here what I'm trying to do, s1 dot equals s2, right? For example, I'm writing this also capital Java. When I run it, I'm getting true. But as you told, I'm writing s1 equals s2. When I run here also I'm getting true. Okay, in both the cases I'm getting true. So what is the difference between equals and equals? So let's try to understand here. Let me create string, say x equals to new string. It's already used. String s3 equals to new string. String s4 equals to new string. So using new keyword, basically I am creating the object of the string class. So if you are not getting, don't worry as of now. We are going to talk about details. What is object? How can you create an object? What is the use of object? Okay, what is the importance of object? Everything I am going to talk about it. Okay, so you don't worry at all. So just consider when you create an object of a class, you have to create like this. Here I am writing s3 dot equals s4. I am running. True, it's giving me. S3 equals S4. Can you see it's giving false? So what is happening here? Whenever you create an object, this is the way you can create an object of any class. As I told you, don't worry, we are going to talk about it in details, what is object and all. Just as of now, that is enough for you to understand. When you want to create an object of any class, we use the keyword new. We use new and the class name. You can create an object of your class also, basic4, with the keyword new. You can write new basic4. Okay, this is the way you can create an object of any class. So when you create an object of any class, what is happening? When I write s1, string s3 equal to new string, it's creating an object in the memory, and this is identified by s3. When I write string s4 equal to new string, this also create a new object in the memory s4, okay, in another location. So there are two different object, okay, in two different memory location. Here say location 1, here is say it's in location 2. There are two different memory, it's not in the same memory s1 s2. So when you write s3 and s4, so when you write s3 equals s4, basically it will check the content of the string, content of the object. Contents are same in both the cases, so it's giving you true, right? Both the objects are exactly same, so it's giving you true. But when you write, basically it's checking the content, but when you write s3 equals x4 s4, so it is saying whether x3 is equals to s4 or not. S3 and S4 is not the same, right? Both are two different objects. Both the content is same. So it's saying, false in that case. When you write equals, equals. So equals, equals will check both the things are same or not. Let's think about, person. This is, say one person called Raj. Okay. So he's one person and he is, say height equal to say 6 feet and maybe weight equal to say 70 kg. There is one more person, okay, his name is also say Raj. Even he is also height equal to say 6 feet and weight equal to 70 kg. Okay, so both the person height and weight is same. Okay, or maybe the other parameter also. But does it mean they both are the same person? No, right? They both are not the same person. So when you write S3 equals S4, basically it's checking all the parameter, height, okay, weight. When everything matches, they will say it's true. So he's basically checking the content, he's checking the attributes of that person, the different parameters of that person. But when you write S3 equals X4, he's checking whether this person and this person is same or not. Both the persons are different. Okay, persons are not same, remember. So that is the reason he is saying false. He is saying no, both are not the same object, both are two different objects sitting in different memory location. So that is the reason it should be different, it should be false. Now clear what is the difference between equals and equals?
Yes, Abhishek.
Okay, this is what is string. This is how you can play around with string, and you saw there are a lot of functions, maybe you can there are a lot of stuff you can do with the string. Okay, so let's see, I have not used though everything. Oh, okay, I have used already now. Replaced already. Okay, one more question that is very important for interview also, just remember. Okay, so a lot of people told me they are asking. So what is the difference between string and string buffer? There is a class called string buffer. There is a class called string. What is the difference between these two? Okay, so here is the thing. I am writing string A equal to new string. Here I am writing something selenium. So you can pass some parameter also inside a string. All these things we will see, don't worry. Okay. So I am creating a string class. I am passing some parameter inside the string class. I am creating the object of the string class. I am passing the parameter. String buffer b equal to new string buffer selenium. What I did, I created one string class. I am passing the parameter into the constructor. I have created a new class string buffer. I am passing the parameter into the constructor of the string buffer. Okay. Now what I am trying to do, a dot concat. I am concatenating Java. I am concatenating Java. Okay. What I am doing basically, I am putting it inside a system.out.println. I am just trying to concatenate. So concat is a function in the string class through which you can concatenate. Okay. Now here, okay, let me first talk to it. I am printing A. I am printing B. Okay, I am running it. So both are printing selenium. Correct? I am printing A and B. Now here, what I am doing, I am just, let's not print it. I am writing A concatenate Java. I am printing here. What I am doing, B dot, here the function is actually append. There are two different functions, that's it, nothing else. B append Java. So under string class, if you want to add two string, the function name is concatenate, they have created. Under string buffer class, if you want to add two string, the function is append. So I am appending with Java, and first case also I am doing the same thing, only the function name is different. Here what I am doing, I am trying to print B. So after concatenating, I am trying to print A. After concatenating or appending it, same thing, I am trying to print B. Okay, let me run the program. See the output. Can you see? First case, it's not changing A, but second case, the value of B is changing. Like, let me write something after update. After the update, what is the value of A? After update A, what is the value here? And this is after update B, what is the value of B here? So if I run it, see, A value is selenium. After update A, the value is still selenium. B value was selenium, but after update B, the value is selenium Java. So that is the difference between string and string buffer class. So what is happening again? Think about it. This is very important. Okay, this is the important questions in the interview. People ask. So this is the thing pointed by A, and here it is selenium. This is the value. This is the another object string buffer pointed by B, and this is the value also selenium. Now when I write a concat Java. Okay, and after that I'm trying to print the value of a. When I write a dot concat Java, when I'm concatenating Java with the string, what it is doing, this guy is not disturbing the original thing. He's creating one more memory. Okay, he's creating one more memory, and here he is concatenating Selenium Java. So that's why next time when I print a, the value I can see still Selenium, not Selenium Java, because he is creating one more memory and there he is doing the concatenation. He's not disturbing this string. He's creating one more memory and there he is concatenating with Java. Okay, that's the reason this is still Selenium when I print A. But when I print B and when I am doing b.append Java, what is happening here? When I write append Java, in the same only after Selenium he is appending with Java. So in the same memory he is upgrading. He is not upgrading different memory. So that is the reason when I print B next time it is printing me Selenium Java, not only Selenium. So when you use string class, so what is the difference between string and string buffer? So in the string class, he keeps the original. When you append it, when you concatenate, he keeps the original value. He is not going to change the original value. If you append or do something, it is going to create in different memory location, not in the same location. But whenever you are using string buffer always creates it in different location. Sorry, same location. Same object, it's going to upgrade. So string buffer, I have created out of the string buffer, right? Using the keyword. As I told you, don't worry about this keyword. We'll talk about later in details. This will be like ABCD for you. Very like 1, 2, 3. You can create an object. So don't worry about right now. So just remember, as of now, using new keyword, you can create an object of any class. So when you create an object of the string buffer class and you append it, so same object is going to upgrade. It's not going to use different object. Okay, that's the reason. Actually, when I print again B, you can see the new value. It getting upgraded. But in case of string, that is not the case. The original things are same, but it's going to upgrade in a separate memory. Okay, so that's the difference between string and string buffer class. Okay, clear? If you have any doubt, you can ask me.
Yes, Abhishek. One more thing, like in like when you work real time, do we more often use string buffer? Because generally, whatever we do, we use string more often.
Yeah, actually, we normally use string only, but in some cases, say in Selenium, you don't need it basically.
Okay.
While development perspective, in some cases, if you are, going to change some value, which value you need to use it later. For example, you are passing some argument inside that, object,
Okay.
constructor of that object, and you need to change that, input argument itself, whatever you are trying to pass.
Okay.
Then you can use string buffer.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, but in Selenium, definitely there is no use. But as I told you, in the interview, they might ask some questions here and there. You need to know a little bit in details. That's the reason I am talking about.
Okay.
Okay, but you are correct. Most of the time, we use string only. Okay, Ankit, Satish, any question?
Okay. Okay, sir. It's good. Thank you.
No questions, Abhishek.
Okay, fine. So this is what is string. Okay, this is what is different kinds of data type. Now, so all of you are able to run your programs, right? Successfully.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Okay, so yeah, I am also assuming that so that from next week actually you can speed up the things. Okay, so this is the first time you guys are writing and getting introduced with the Java program. So we are going a little bit slow. So next week it will be a full thing we can start.
Okay.
So these things also you guys might be aware, different kinds of looping and all in Java, and different kinds of if else condition in Java. So in Java, we write, that is also important, we'll be using in our program. We'll be verifying whether it's true or false. Based on that, we'll print our result, whether our test case is pass or fails. So we'll be using if else condition. We'll be writing if there is some condition, then it will go inside if loop if this condition is true. Okay. So for example, I am writing integer x equal to 10, comma y equal to 20. I'll write if x less than y, then only it will enter. I'll write pass. Then I can just write after if loop. After if, it's not a loop, condition. So when I run it, what it is going to print? Pass and after if condition. If I write x greater than y, this is false, right? If I run it, see it's not printing pass, it's printing after if condition. So after if condition, definitely it's going to print. You cannot stop him. If the condition is true, then only it will enter into the if loop. If the condition is false, it's not going to enter. So that's what the if loop is. Okay. Now you can create if else also, something like this. You want to print pass or fails. In such cases, we write else. Fail. So at some point of time, it is either going to execute if or else. You cannot execute both. If the condition is true, it is going to execute if, and then it will continue this. If the condition is false, it will come directly into else. Then it will execute this. So this line will execute, line number 20 will execute always. At a certain point of time, either it is going to execute if or it is going to execute else. See, fail after if condition is always there. I write less than, then it will be pass, then it will not execute fail. It will not execute else condition. So at any particular point of time, at any particular run execution of your program, you can either execute if or false, not both, not if and else. Okay, so this is the case, if and else. So either if or else, anyone it's going to execute. After if else, whatever you write, it is going to execute successfully. Okay, check one more thing. If condition, if x less than y, pass. Condition. Now which one it's going to execute? X less than Y?
Both one, or it will show some error.
Yeah, it's executing both pass and checking condition because X is less than Y. If I write X is greater than Y, now which one is going to execute?
Nothing.
Okay. So if you don't use this bracket, when you use the bracket, it will be if condition means after that whatever we write inside the bracket. If you don't write this bracket, it will just consider only the first line inside the if. So since the condition is false, it is not going to execute line number 23, but from 24 it's going to execute. See, checking condition.
Okay.
Okay, so if you write the bracket, you know, if you write the bracket, you can write any number of lines. You can write here, you know, you can write here B. Okay, so it will be everything, all the line. You can write 100 lines also. All the line will be inside the if. Okay, you can see A and this. So, but if you don't use the bracket, only the first line will be considered inside the if condition. Okay, and the next from next line. So don't think that I am writing here, so it is comes under if. You can write it here also. So this is just nothing but the formatting. Okay, in Java, C, C++, it's not going to make any sense. But you have to write it like this. Now however I am writing, so it should be readable format for the user, right? See, it can be easily readable, right? If that is, I can understand. Inside this if is, when I will review the code, it will be easy for me to figure it out. Okay, these things are formatting, nothing else. So if you write it here also, it's the same. Okay, Java mainly, worry about the syntax part. You can write it like this also, like this also. In all the cases, things are same. Output will be same. There is no difference. Only you have to take care whenever you want to, end with semicolon and whenever not. After this bracket and all, we don't normally end with semicolon. Okay, this is the case. Another thing is boolean b equal to, say, true. Whenever I'm just hard coding the value, think about you are verifying something, you are logged in or not, and whether you are logged in or not, you took it inside some boolean b. So you can write if, say, b equals to true, then maybe the login successful. Okay, so if I run it, it's printing login successful. And if I run false and save it and run it, it will not print login success. Okay, it will go outside the if there is nothing. So I'm writing here because I wanted to tell you. So I'm just printing here for our understanding. I'm writing the comment. So it's not printing anything. So I'm writing here because I wanted to tell you, if you want to check if b is true or not, you don't have to write b equals to true. You write only b, that is enough. See, it is not going to print login successful since b is false. I will make it true, save it and run. See, now it's going to print. Can you see? So basically, I wanted to say you don't have to actually write b equals to true or not. You can just write only b. That is enough. So he is going to verify whether b equals to true or false. Okay. So that's how the thing is. Now, so these are the different conditions, if, else, and all. Even if I go to this class also, for example, so I want to check s1 equals to s2 or not. Since it's giving me true or false value, right? You can directly use it. If condition. If this you can write pass, else you can write fail. If s1 equals to s2, it will be pass, else it will fail. You don't have to write if s1 equals to x2 equals to true or something, because this itself is giving us true or false. That's what we saw earlier, right? I'm saying if true, pass, else false. Okay, so here is also the same case basically. If b is true, then this else, it will go to the else condition if you have any else condition. Since I don't have, it's not executing anything. Okay, this is the thing. Now let me write a small program using different if else. I want to print the highest number. Okay, so I want to print the highest number. I am writing x1 equals to 10, comma x2 equals to 20. What I will do, if x1 greater than x2, I can print x1. Else I can print x2. Correct? If I run it, it's printing x2 20. If I give x 100 and run it, it's executing the if condition and it's giving me the value of x1. It's printing x1. Okay, clear? Now think about it. I have one more number, x1, x2 and x3 goes to 30. Now what? I want to print either x1 or x2 or x3. If there are more than two output, more than two, three or more, then you need else if condition. So if this you have to write here, if x1 greater than x2 and x1 greater than x3. If x1 greater than x2 and x1 greater than x3, then print x1. You can write else if x2 greater than x1 and then x2 greater than x3. Then you print x2. Else if you can write x3 greater than x1 and x3 greater than x2. Then x3. So if you have more than 2 or 3 and more condition, you can use else if any number of times. Till now we have seen first only if, then we saw if else, then now if you have more than three or more values, you can use else if. Now it will print accordingly. And one more thing, I am not considering if two numbers are equals. So just think about it, all the numbers are different. Okay, otherwise you can just use greater than equal to, less than equal to, whatever. So if I want to print it, the highest number, since all the numbers are different, so what you can do, if this, else if this, so in the last case, you don't need write, because if x1 is not the highest number, x3 is not the highest, x2 is not the highest, then definitely it will be x3. So you can just write x3, you can just write else. Means you are saying if this condition is not satisfied, then it will come and check here. If this condition is also not satisfying, it will go to the else condition. Anyone should be greater number, right? So that way also you can do. If I run it, you can see it's printing 100. If I print 230 and run it, it's printing 230. In this case, it's executing the second condition. I'm writing 340, Now it will execute the else condition. Okay, so this is the way you can use multiple if else condition. Okay, clear?
Yes, Abhishek, clear.
Okay. Now can you write one program for me? Not now, maybe you can try. So what you have to do, I want you to enter the marks of a student. Okay, some marks, say, okay, some integer. I want you to execute print me if, okay, marks is less than 30, then fail. Okay, now else what you need to do. So two condition first I want. If marks is less than 30, then directly fail, no other questions. Else, if it is not less than 30, you have to check if marks is greater than equal to 60. Then you have to print first division. Else, if marks is less than 60 but greater than equal to 45, you print second division. Else, marks is greater than 45, sorry, marks is less than 45 but greater than equal to 30, then you print third division. So how you are going to do it?
Using the else if conditions.
Yeah, so it will not be single if else,
Yeah.
right? So yeah, first you have to write if marks is less than 30 or not. If the marks is less than 30, it will say fail directly. Else, inside else condition you need again if else condition.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, if else, under else you will have three condition. Again one if condition is like this, else if condition is like this, else if like this. Got it? There will be two things. If marks is greater than that, if here you will put, okay, so it will be fail. Else again you will check. Marks is greater than first division. If this is the case, second division. If this is the case, third division. Okay. So just try it out. In case you have any doubt, just let me know. Okay. So these are the if else condition and all. So what we will do, okay, from Monday we'll be starting with the looping and all. We'll do the while loop, for loop. After while loop, for loop, we will get lot of stuffs to do, a lot of program. I'll tell you to do lot of program to practice it. And after looping, and we'll be starting with then we'll actually jump into our main concept, whatever is required for Java, like array, one-dimensional array, two-dimensional array. Then next, what is method overloading, how you can override a method, okay, or how you can play around with methods, what is void method, what is non-void method, how you can call a method. So from that you will actually get the knowledge of actually you'll get the interest how Java language is and how you can utilize it, okay, for your framework and all. Slowly we are getting into it. Then after method we'll be moving to object concept, which is very important. Okay, so Monday will be covering different looping, for loop, while loop and all. Then from 17, whatever the things we are going to start, so those you need it while you will be writing the Selenium code and all actually. So these things also required, may not be directly, but of course you can't skip all these things, if else and system.out.println. This will be very useful for debugging your program, and if else almost you have to use in every program, because every program you have to verify something, right? So you have to write if this is the thing, then you test case this, else test case this. Okay. So any question?
No, we
No
are good.
questions.
Okay. So we'll sit again
So
on Monday.
Abhishek, okay, what time we'll start? Same time, 7:30?
Yeah, same time we can start.
Okay.
Okay. So if you guys want, we can start a little bit 15 minutes early also. Okay. So is it okay? 7:15 for all of you?
Yes, Abhishek, fine for me.
Yes, fine for
Fine
me
for me
also.
too.
Okay, fine for all of you. Okay, fine. So they will check with you, and we'll see. Satish, one more is missing. Okay. So Satish, Ankit, and Riddhi. So we'll see actually how many. So we'll finalize the batch. They will finalize the batch this weekend only, and accordingly, I'll let you know the timings and meeting links and all. Okay.
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 Okay. Thanks everyone. I'll be sending this to you guys.
Yeah.
Thanks,
Okay.
Abhishek.
Okay.
Okay. Thank you. Bye bye.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.